Plaintiff Sarah Keneal is suing her ex-boyfriend, Christopher Bergeron, for an unpaid loan. Sarah says once she lost her virginity to the defendant, he became sexually manipulative. But Christopher says he didn't know the plaintiff was a virgin before they became intimate, and he claims he never would have had sex with her had he known. Christopher claims that any money they exchanged was a gift.
Sarah Keneal is suing Christopher Bergeron, her ex-boyfriend, for an unpaid loan. Go ahead, tell us why you're here.
Well, me and Chris met in the winter of '05 through MySpace. We dated for a bit. I kind of grew pretty emotionally attached to him. He was my first. I was a virgin before I met him.
How old are you?
23. I met him when I was 20.
Okay.
We dated for a bit. Then he decided that he was going to see other people. I wanted to keep him around as much as possible, me being attached to him. So if he asked me to do something, obviously, I would try to do whatever I could for him. He used that to his advantage. He would manipulate me by having me dress sexy, saying stuff like, "Oh, Sarah, you're picking me up today. Wear a skirt for me," or, "Don't wear underwear, because then,
That's not true, Your Honor. That's not true. I can't force her to wear whatever I tell her to wear or anything like that. That's definitely not true. Definitely not true.
There's a line in Shakespeare, "I think thou doth protest too much." You kind of went on with that one. How did you feel about that?
Well, at the time, like I said, I really just wanted to be with him. I felt like I was in love with him.
So you just kind of did whatever he asked you to do. Was there anything that was really over the line?
As far as sexual-wise, no, because he did know my limits with that. So he would ask me to do things, but a lot of things, I would protest. Mm-hmm. And if I protested enough, obviously I dropped it after a while.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Okay. I would also, pick him up, drive him places. That also happened because he got in a car accident and totaled his car. So I would drive him places like to work or to my house.
Are you two living together at this point?
No, we never lived together, no.
No, we don't live together at all. Nowhere near each other.
Yeah, he lived.
You gotta learn to give like a one-word answer. It's probably better for you.
He lives about 20 minutes, half hour away from my house.
Okay.
So then I would pick him up. I would even take him places. Like one time I took him to go get a dog that he purchased.
What kind of dog did you get?
A wiener dog, dachshund.
Still have the dog?
No, I don't.
Why?
Because it got stolen. Apparently wiener dogs are hot commodities.
Really? How'd it get stolen?
Put it on the leash to go outside to go to the bathroom, come back 2 minutes later to check up on her, gone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Is he as loyal to you as you are to him?
Not really. He was actually seeing another girl, like other girls.
Did you know that at the time?
I did, yes.
So why are you so loyal to him if he's telling you he's dating other people?
Like I said, at the time, I was emotionally attached to him, and I wanted to be as close as possible to him. And I was thinking in my naive little way that maybe somehow he'd realize if I do things for him and if I treat him well, that he will, in the end, be with me.
Did you know she was a virgin at the time you were intimate with her?
No, I did not. I didn't find out actually until
that
afterwards.
That is a lie. He did know that. He did know I was a virgin.
If I would have known that that was the case, I obviously would not have gone down that route because seeing how it is now, I definitely would have avoided that because I'm not a fan of that.
But now you have the benefit of hindsight. You just said, seeing what I see now.
Definitely would never do that ever again.
You'll never do that again.
Oh,
but
no
at the
way.
time, did you realize the impact that the first has on a woman who is a virgin?
At the time, no. I had no idea.
So it is quite possible that she says that you knew she was a virgin. Don't lie to me.
No, I swear to God, I did not know. When it was going on, like in the heat of the moment, when it got down to the time when we were doing it, it was kind of easy to tell. But before that point had happened,
Not true at all.
I did not know.
Not true at all. I mean, even...
But before that point happened, at the time that point happened...
No, I did not know she was a virgin
you
before
knew
that.
she was a virgin. You just said it was easy to tell.
When we were doing it, yes.
Yeah.
But before that point, I had no idea. I had no idea before that point, Your Honor. No idea.
All right, Sarah,
He
keep
did know
going.
I was a virgin because...
I believe that.
Yeah. So then he started saying stuff that there's nothing for me here. I don't have a car, that I'm going to move back to New York. And
Are
obviously...
you from New York?
Yes, ma'am.
Where?
Buffalo.
No kidding. I went to school in Buffalo.
Did you?
Yeah, where do
Hopefully
you
it was
live?
UB.
UB? Yeah.
I live in Tonawanda. It's
I lived
north
in
by 10
Tonawanda.
minutes. Nice.
I lived on Sheridan Avenue.
That's right around the corner from where I live. Great.
Yeah. Doesn't matter, but it's just a point of digression. Go ahead.
So when he asked me to help him purchase the car, I was hesitant at first, but then I thought about it and I was like, well, why not? So I tried taking out a loan, and it didn't go through. And I kept, telling him, why don't you just be a co-signer on it? And he kept saying, no, it wouldn't go through if I was a co-signer on it. So obviously, I have no paperwork of him being on a loan with me. So finally went through, and I had used my car as collateral. So...
what is the agreement that you have with him?
At the time that we had, that he would be paying off the payments of the loan every month, and that he would pay more so than the payments so that it can be paid off as soon as possible.
Okay.
See, and that's not exactly true, because originally the loan that she was going to take out was not for me to get a car. It was for a breast augmentation is what it was for originally.
That is not true at all. That was actually the lie we used, because he didn't want he didn't want the person from the bank knowing that I was taking out the loan for him.
Oh, I just wouldn't make that up. Yeah, we're at the bank to get money for a breast implants for me.
So what'd you do with the money?
I gave it to him.
Is there anything in writing?
I have emails stating that he owes me money.
Did you owe her money?
No, because I feel it was given to me as a gift. I never signed any contractual
So then she
anything.
didn't take the money for breast augmentation. She gave
originally
you money.
she was going to. And then...
But she gave it to you instead?
Yes, she did.
You know what? You got to be pretty persuasive. If she wants to take the money for breast augmentation and instead gives it to you, you got some Spangali approach over her.
I think her emotional state had more to do with that than I did.
No, it
the
was
fact
her.
that I didn't have a car was a big factor in that I wanted to go home,
But
and
she
she didn't want
cared
that.
for you.
I know that.
Did you care for her as much as she cared for you?
I cared for her a lot up until the point where things started going a little south.
Why did things go south?
I started seeing the girl that I was seeing after her. That's when things started going south.
In other words, you
her.
found another woman.
Yes, I did.
Okay. How much money do you admit she gave to you?
I admit that she gave me $6,750 for my car. That's what I admit she gave to me.
Oh, so all of a sudden what she says is ringing true, huh?
I'm not denying that she didn't give me the money. I'm just saying the amount that was specified by her originally was not the amount that I got.
All right, let's see the emails. Or text messages. What do you have? Okay. Oh, Sarah, I just got a new job, so give me your address. So not this coming Friday, but the Friday after, I'll send you the money. So we admit we owe her money. Leave me alone for now, Sarah. You had your chance last night and you walked. That tells me... What's that about?
I probably don't remember. I don't know, probably having a bad night. She said something. I said, whatever, you had your chance.
All right, so why wouldn't you pay her back?
Well, the reason I was giving her money is I felt bad because, like I said, it was a gift. So I felt inclined to help, donate some of that back if I had it at the time. And that's what I did.
Did you string her along?
I don't think so, because...
Look at me when you say that.
I honestly don't think so, because when I started seeing Jennifer, I let her know that, I have a girlfriend now, so what we were doing, our friends with benefits status as before, is not really going to fly that well.
She didn't think you were friends with benefits. She thought you were in a relationship.
Well, that's what I thought, because I made it clear that I didn't want to be in a relationship.
But if you guys are so intimate that you're sleeping together, how could you not talk to each other about what the relationship is about?
At that point in time, it was just about us being together and sleeping together.
No, it was about your being together and sleeping together. It was about her being in love with you. And that's the problem. What you did was you took her for a ride, and you knew the impact that you were having on the girl, even assuming the young woman, I should say, I apologize, even assuming that you didn't know she was a virgin when you got in bed with her. You knew while you were in bed with her, and you certainly knew after you were in bed with her. And you know the emotional ties that a woman is going to have with the first guy that she's with, especially someone who's 20 years old. Anything you want to say, Sarah?
Just the fact that I put my heart in trying to make things work, and obviously, they didn't, and I just want to move on and get this over with.
What did you learn?
Not to be a friendly person and that guys are jerks.
Well, some of them are. Some of them are, and some of them aren't.
That's true, because my boyfriend now is amazing, so.
So
See,
there you go.
I have a problem with the part where I was stringing her along, because after she knew I was with Jennifer, that's when she started putting these raunchy pictures of herself up on MySpace to get attention because I wasn't giving it to her. So she was looking for it elsewhere.
What raunchy pictures?
I've got copies of them right here.
Dear.
So before we go down that road, those are the pictures.
How those have to deal with me and having him owe me money, though.
Calm down out there.
Keep going, it gets better.
How did you get these pictures?
They're online on her MySpace. Anybody can view it. Anybody. Anybody who goes to her website can see them.
Sarah. Why?
Well, like you said, I did want attention. I did want attention from him, and I wasn't getting it from him, and I was in the emotional state that I was in, and I wanted it from someone. So it was nice to get comments from people.
You know, one of the things that I think young people don't understand in this generation is whatever they put on the internet is there forever.
Oh, I understand.
And, you know, I don't know if you're going to be looking for a job someday, or, you know, your future husband, you might be embarrassed by something like this, although kids in this generation don't seem to be embarrassed by it. But, you know, at the end of the day, you need to understand that, you know, it is forever once it goes on the internet. It's worldwide and it's forever. But having showed me those pictures, it doesn't help you at all. She took out a loan. She gave you the money so that you could use the proceeds for a car. You clearly owe her the money. And it was not a gift. It was a loan. At the end of the day, you owe her $5,000. So ordered. Verdict for the plaintiff.